I've seen the changes in places that I used to go that aren't there anymore because they've washed away or the water has risen. Change so you go back and you say, where is the smokehouse my uncle had? It's gone. Where is the place where children and elders too used to swim? It's gone. It's ocean now.
What can we do to impact what's happening? We recognize that negative impacts are occurring. They're going to occur more frequently. They're going to be more devastating. They're going to have a deeper impact on us and our lives in the future. What can we do to impact that?
The most important things I think that individuals can do to make a difference on climate change, the first one is really simple. It's talk about it. Most people don't talk about it. And I mean talk about it with your friends. I mean talk about it with your colleagues. I mean talk about it with your communities, in your church. I mean talk about it with the politicians you elect. I mean talk about it with your city council. Everywhere I go, people are really worried about this, but they're not really talking about it. So it's hard to deal with something if we're not talking about it.
I think people should become involved with groups that are doing things and listen. Even if you don't believe in something, go listen, find out what's happening. What can I do? What can I do personally in my own house to make a difference? What can I do in my own community? What can I do in my own county or my own reservation to make some changes? We need to speak up about what's happening, that it's real.
The way I talk about it with people is really beginning by understanding what it is that they care about. Are they in the public health field or are they in medicine? Well, then they're really interested in keeping people healthy and they're really aware of health risks. And I ask them if they've considered this one, the impact of heat and wildfire smoke inhalation on communities. And is there a way that the public health or the medical community could help with that? And what resources do they need from elected officials? Should the city be thinking about that? That's a way to bring it home to something that affects me, my community, and maybe even what I care about professionally, right? Some people really enjoy skiing. Well, climate change means less snow. It's hard to get around that one. And so if that's really important to you and a priority, then that's something to talk about. What are you doing to protect our winters? Other people care about wild spaces, or people care about farm worker safety, or all kinds of different things. Indoor air quality in low-income communities. All of those things have a climate thread. When climate changes, it pulls on all of those things and will make things more difficult if we're not thinking about it now. So it's really about recognizing that almost everything we care about locally will be touched by climate change. And then asking elected officials, what are you doing to ensure that these things that we value, we care about, or that we're trying to achieve, we can do as the climate changes?
Regardless of a legislator's opinion on climate, whether they're somebody that says, yes, climate change is a real problem, or maybe they say there are other issues I consider to be more important, I think what you really want to do, regardless of what individual you're talking to, is drive it home that it matters to you, to future generations, that you want to make sure that our policymakers, regardless of whether they're a Republican or a Democrat or a Libertarian, Green Party, whoever you are, that you're focused on dealing with this issue, making changes. That's what you want to do. And identifying it as an issue important to you as a voter, that's what you need to drive home.
As an individual, as a tribal member, as a steward, I believe we can make a difference. We can make a difference if we start now.